Loving what you do. So I'm going to be watching for Marie to come on. And while I do, there she is. Drop your name and zodiac from in the chat. And I've got Marie coming on. I think, let me make sure. There you are.
Hi.
Hi. How are you, Sag sister?
So good. How are you?
I'm good. I see you're in your nature spot as well.
Yes, 100%. Feels so good.
Yeah, so good, so good. Love the summer. So, speaking of the summer, B School Summer School starting Monday. One more day for you guys to join us. So, every year we bring Marie on to meet you guys and talk to you, but it's the first time we're doing it on Instagram.
Which I love. Instagram's my
Yeah.
favorite.
Mine too. Just works for me. So just, to introduce you, and you can say a few things. This is the fabulous Marie Forleo, fellow Sagittarius, founder of B School, 6-week amazing online training for soul-centered, heart-centered, creative entrepreneurs. I did B School 10 years ago, and it's a program that took Astro Style from a side hustle to a 7-figure business, global brand, and moreover, the platform that we all get to connect on and spread the cosmic love. So, but, I'm sure that things have changed a lot in the last year and a half. In fact, you've probably read about the Great Resignation that they're calling it, about people not wanting to go back to work. So I'm loving that you're doing B School now, right before people are having to face that crossroads choice of like, do I go back to an office or a workplace if you don't already, or should I keep working in one, or is it time for me to do my own thing? So I want to talk about that. Maybe we'll be able to bring a couple people on live if we have some time, and just really leave people with, a feeling of, either this is the right time for me, maybe it isn't. Learn a little bit about B School, and yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna, let you tell people a little bit about yourself, the things you want them to know quickly, Marie. Not to put you on the spot, but
No, I think what's most important is just that I've dedicated my life for the past 2 decades to helping people really reach their fullest potential. And one of the main ways I've been able to do that in the last 12 years is through this incredible transformative experience called B School, which is online business school for modern entrepreneurs who want to make money and make a difference. And so, my goodness, we've had over 66,000 people come through our doors from over 600 different industries and, every country and territory around the world. And it's really for people who know that they have a gift to share, whether they've started it already or they're just at those very beginning stages. We've also had people in the program who already have multiple 7-figure businesses, but they knew that there were kind of pieces of their digital branding and online marketing that weren't quite connecting or converting. And they needed to just dust up on all of those things and take their businesses to an even bigger scale, and to do it in a way that felt really aligned with their heart and their values. And so in that way, that's been a huge part of my mission and my work for, again, about the past 12 years. And this is the first time we've ever had a summer session.
I love it.
As you noted, I was just feeling into what's happening right now. And we had so many notes after basically our enrollment last year in 2020. It's when the world shut down. So we had this whole new class, close to 10,000 people that were coming through our doors and really, starting and growing their businesses. And so many of them said to us, thank goodness I'm in here right now, because the world changed and they were starting to get the skills that they needed to thrive amid such radically shifting circumstances. And then when this year came around, people were still kind of a little uneasy and not knowing what to do. And we heard from a lot of folks like, can you please open the doors more than just at once a year? And I was like, you know what? People need these skills more than ever, because I watched people, Ophi, especially last year, who were a little uncertain about their path ahead, but B School gave them the tools and the skills and the understanding and the network to be able to shift gears really quickly. We had people who didn't have online businesses or had an offline component very quickly, start generating real revenue from nothing, because they had the tools and the wherewithal and the training to be able to do it. And so I don't think we're quite out of the woods yet, as we all know, in terms of, our global pandemic, hopefully. Definitely an optimist, but I think that there will inevitably be some rocky roads ahead. And it's not going to be the only time in our lifetimes where there's going to be an unexpected upset in the way that things happen, whether it is a collective upset or an individual situation that will rock you back on your heels and have you be grateful that you have a business that is flexible, that's mobile, that's location independent, that you can do from anywhere, no matter what's happening in your own personal situation or what's happening collectively in the world around us.
That is perfectly said. In fact, what I love about B-School is that I did it in 2011. When I had a new situation in my personal life, my daughter was born October 2010. And that was a real wake-up call for me, because I was like, ooh, I can't just have this as a casual thing while I build websites on the side and, write columns. I really want to build this into the thing that I do. And I knew I didn't have quite the skills. I knew I had the drive, the passion, the motivation, the ability.
Yep.
I thought I had the ability. I had the willingness to learn, as your book title, Everything is Figureoutable, which I love. Some of you guys are fans of that. I knew I could figure it out, but I knew it would take me a lot longer to try to figure it out myself. Like, how did they write that great email? Or what is that box that people enter their email? This was 2011. So, which social media platform should I be? So I was like, I wanted a place where I could just learn that all. And with your fun, vibrant, non-MBA school, I was not going back to college, even though I love I love a good campus, but it wasn't for me at the time. And I didn't need that. I'm not going corporate. So, I learned all the things that I needed to learn. It was like, hallelujah, someone has put this in one place and in a fun way. And I just started applying it so quickly and seeing results. Like, my mailing list doubled. Our traffic went up 650%. I was like, well, that worked. I was doing the little things. Yeah. And
exactly.
Yeah. And, because you give people lifetime access to B-School, we can go back and do it year after year, which I do, or I'll do parts of it. So during the pandemic, we were, doing our B-School companion program, which I'll talk about a little bit in a bit. But so we had our group of astropreneurs that we were working with. And I was like, I'm definitely immersing myself in this. And we actually, literally 2020 was our company's most profitable year ever, highest revenues, best book sales for our 2021 horoscope guide. And so much of it is because I had all these different buckets that I could pull from, these different tools of modern marketing as you teach. I was like, well, I'm not going to do this. We had launched a membership program in January 2020, and it was going to be like this awesome thing where we all got together. Finally, we're going to hang with our fans in New York City in October. That wasn't happening. We had to pivot, but we did, and we used what I learned from you, and I continue to. So I'm just super excited to share that with people. And but I thought, let them have a taste of our energy. You want to connect with the people that you follow or that teach you, and our style may not be for the person that wants to wear a suit and tie, but maybe it should be, and maybe it is, and we're not here to tell you that. But if you want to have fun and learn and grow your business, no matter how weird. So I have a couple questions about that in addition. I want to ask you, what was the biggest change you made to your business during the pandemic or whatever? You were already very remote, right? So
we've been remote and had a completely distributed team since the beginning, because that was my vision for my business when I started way back in the year 2000. I never wanted to have a traditional style office, so it's definitely ahead of the curve on that one. I think one of the biggest changes, it was more behind the scenes, to be honest. We've had a studio in New York City, I think, for about 6 years. And I've known that I was getting itchy, and I was like, oh, I want a new space. But it's a lot, as any of us know, to move a house or an office or anything like that. And so just to be clear, our studio space is where we shoot a handful of times a year, but 99.9% of the time. And my team is fully distributed across the United States, it's like we're never working together. But when it comes to filming Marie TV, creating new programs, doing certain things that are media oriented, a studio is a great place to have. So we actually let go of that studio space, Opie, and that was a
Did you?
oh my
Where
God,
we
it was
filmed
so great.
our video together. Yeah.
Exactly. So we got that all packed up, and we, you know, said goodbye to our lease, and we loved that space. We absolutely loved that space, but it was just this window of opportunity to create change and to create something new. So that was really big. And I'll tell you, similarly, I think 2020 was like our biggest and best year ever. So
Wow.
it was just, it was a function of all of the momentum that we had built up over the past 20 years and being consistent. And I think one of the best things I was able to do, especially when the pandemic hit, was to be able to tell my team, like, hey, y'all, everybody's good. Like, you don't have to, I know there's a lot of chaos, there's a lot of panic, a lot of people are worried that just, again, with so much change, that they're going to lose their jobs. And I was like,
Yeah.
we're stable. We've had financial stability. We will continue to have financial stability. And so that was like a really good feeling. But I think on a deeper level for me, one of the biggest shifts in terms of 2020 was just a recommitment to only doing things that I really care about, and only giving time and space and energy to people and to experiences and to projects that absolutely light up my heart. And, you know, it goes back to that kind of classic rallying cry. If it's not a hell yes, it's a no. And there's a little subtle kind of distinction in that. Like, if it's not a hell yes, meaning that every part of your body is just excited and joyful and lit up about the invitation, the opportunity, the project, whatever that thing is, then it's simply a no. So nothing lukewarm, nothing that sounds good on paper that you should do. It was like, nope, done with that. So I have been pretty good about that about the years, but I got extra good at it last year. And it just feels, I feel more free and more focused and more me than I've ever felt before. And that just feels amazing.
And you look like it too. You've got the glow, the inside out glow, which is totally in your Scorpio North Node in your chart we've talked about.
I mean,
coming into that mind, body, soul, you know, union and integration.
Yeah.
It's I love what you're saying, and I think it's really important for people. I think people are considering right now, like, is it like, what would you say, like, aside from like tuning into their gut and their chart, of course.
Yes.
And well, first I want to touch on what you said about freedom and focus, because those are two things that take up a surprisingly large amount of time when you don't have them. Yeah. My stepdaughter's in an internship at an accounting firm from 9 to 5 right now, and she's like, wow, there's nothing I can do during the day. She's got a little Etsy side hustle, and she can't get to the post office in time to ship her orders out. It's like, the world is not set up for, you know, the 9 to 5 life when you want to also do what you love a lot. It requires so much. It's so like demoralizing to me that people, you know, you can't grow, you can't expand. It like sets you up to lose in so many ways. And, you know, I read a statistic, I think it was in the Harvard Business Review, that the average person makes 35,000 decisions a day. Have you ever seen that one?
I haven't seen that one, but I'm not surprised by a statistic like that, because decision fatigue is real. And, you know, if you're showing up and you don't have yourself quite dialed in terms of how your brain and your body and your mind need to work together, if you don't understand something like decision fatigue or kind of the neurobiological underpinnings of self-control and willpower and all of those things, you might get to 4 or 5 o'clock in the afternoon and you feel like a piece of burnt toast. And oh my gosh, even though I'm going to be awake for another 5 or 6 hours, you wind up just collapsing on the couch and like mindlessly watching TV because you don't have the energy or the fuel or the focus to do the other things that you want to do. So I can totally understand where, is it your stepdaughter, like where that's coming from?
Oh yeah, absolutely. And she's, you know, she's making these handmade goods and selling them on Etsy, and they're adorable and people want them. And she's like, I've got to make 8 pillows, but I've got to get to USPS and they close at 5, and I'm running on my lunch break and there's a line. So if you're someone who's ever felt that way, like, you know, like this is such an amazing ticket to freedom. So I love what we do together because, you teach B school for 6 weeks. And since we've been doing this for, 8 years or something as partners, we're able to offer our companion Astropreneurs program, which has grown into something that is like almost its own thing. Well, it is its own thing, but it's like we have complementary astrology chart lessons that go along with the fundamentals that you teach in B school. So not only does B school help you decide like what your messaging should be, who your ideal customer avatar is, how to send an email to that influencer that makes them actually open it, how to make your website convert instead of suck and be a shame-based part of your brand, So then we teach you our I am system, which some of you guys have watched our webinars this past week. You find out from your chart if you're an influencer, authority, or maven with our astro algorithm, because we want to make it real simple. Go ahead and learn your astrology chart, but that can take you your whole life. So we're just giving you one thing, and through that you can further refine what you learn in B school. And like before you know it, you're making decisions instead of staring at like a deer in headlights, being afraid of losing time, money, hiring the wrong person when you only have a limited budget, wasting your life savings. It goes together so perfectly. Yes. So it's like you've designed the dream complementary hard skills program, and then you tune into what your soul's purpose is, even like that you were born with in your chart. So that is just, I love being able to help people that way. So that was all to kind of bring me to the question of like, what do you think people need to ask themselves if they're on the fence? There's 24 hours left before B school. Like, who is B school for and who isn't it for? Like, it's really good to know, right?
Absolutely. Well, a couple things. So one, I think you have to ask yourself, are you satisfied with the quality of your life right now? Are you satisfied with your income? Are you satisfied with your freedom? Are you satisfied with the level of impact that you're making in the world? Do you feel as though you are living into your full potential and you've got so much on your plate and you're like, yes, I am on fire. Everything is just going. If that is you, and you're at like between an 8 and a 10 on your freedom and your income and your purpose and your impact, then maybe you don't need B school. You know what I mean? It's like you're going, and that is awesome. And we want you to win. So please keep going. I think for anyone who feels like something might not be connecting as it should, or you feel like, you know what? I would like to have more wealth in my life. I would like to have more freedom, both time freedom and location freedom. I would like to make a bigger difference and a bigger impact using my God-given gifts or what the universe has gifted me on this planet for this particular time. So if you feel like there is more for you to learn, more for you to contribute, more for you to make, more for you to enjoy, I would say get your butt into B school. There's a reason, right, that we've been around for 12 years, and not for nothing, there's a reason that there's been like a lot of people like, oh, wow, what she's doing works. Let me jump on the bandwagon. It's like our system is proven, and it's not just about the surface level stuff. Like you can Google things on YouTube all day. You can find lots of tips and tricks on Instagram or wherever, and that's great. But what we teach you is the deeper psychological underpinnings of how to have a business that thrives, that is based on your values, your heart, your personality, and to have one that sustains over the long term. And I think, for me, being in this business for now over 2 decades, so over 20 years doing this, I'm proof positive that this works. So everything that we teach you in e-school is what I've personally used. And we have literally hundreds of case studies from people across every different industry, from fashion to fishing to farming to flowers to apps to technology to every type of profession, including dentists and medical professions, and including tarot card readers and astropreneurs.
Yeah, we're going to talk about
every wellness and spiritual type of profession that you can think of, we've had through our doors and taught them how to be them. Which, Ophie, I just want to speak to this for a second. As someone who started off with a life coaching practice, I understand what it's like to be a little bit on the fringes, obviously. Because I started back in the year 2000s. Like people like, what the hell's a life coach, right? Like it sounded horrible and cheesy and dumb, and no one really understood what it is. And I would imagine that for folks that, again, are in the more spiritual professions, there's not only like, how do I make this thing work, but there's a lot of kind of psychological and emotional and then judgment based things that come through. And how do you cut through that and really rise to the top and be effective? And I think that B School is the best place to go if you want to stay true to who you are and learn how to be effective and wealthy inside and out as a business owner. It's not easy, but it is certainly not rocket science. I don't have an MBA, right? I'm very self-taught and self-learned. And I think one of my gifts in the world is being able to take extremely complex things that other people can get lost in and break it down in a very actionable, digestible way so people get right into movement.
She's an A in authority, by the way, in the I am system, for those of you guys who've done it. And I'm an I, the influencer. So we're perfect as an expert, breaking it down to the fundamentals. That's what you do.
Yes, absolutely. And I saw a question that just kind of rolled through in the comments of someone saying, yeah, but can I start a business in midlife? It's like, yes.
Oh, yeah.
We've had B Schoolers who are in their 70s. We may have even had folks in their 80s come and do B School and, gotten their first laptop to do the program. And they did phenomenal. I'm thinking too of an artist who was in her mid to late 60s, fine artist. This was maybe her second or third career. And she was not doing great when she came in. And then her income catapulted like 300%. And her classes are filling up online. She's like, I never even knew this was possible. And so we have stories and stories and stories like that. So just to address someone who is, again, in the comments thinking, I'm too old. It's like, you are never.
My mother became a rabbi. It was her lifelong dream at age 55. She moved from Detroit to New York to pursue the dream because it was my aunt became the arts commissioner of Oceanside, California at almost 60 and transformed this military town into this hipster haven. And I'll tell you, from your birth chart, your soul has an age and your body has a different age. So some of us are old soul, some of us are young, but in the soul, birthday book that I follow, there is no right or wrong age for pursuing your dreams. Your entire incarnation into a body is about finding your purpose, but also working through the things you didn't work out the last time around. So it's this choose your own adventure within kind of this map. And you have an opportunity every moment, every breath to pivot, to change, to move toward your purpose, an elevated calling, or to do what you've always done. It's like you could graduate high school and leave your hometown, or you could move in next to your parents. It doesn't matter. You're just going to have two different lives. But if you want that buzzy, exciting, expansive feeling, I recommend looking for real estate in another district. And I want to call out one of our star B School astropreneurs. Well, two of them. I see Jen from Felt Me Now and Christina Hollinger. So they both applied B School so beautifully to their businesses. Jen makes these incredible, and you should follow both of them, incredible felted creations, like works of art. And she's found a way to teach people felting. She's so much creativity on Instagram and everything. And Christina is a feng shui expert and got herself on a show called Windy City Rehab. She's contributed to our feng shui program, Home Reset, and it's just gives such great advice. I write her back because I'm on her mailing list. She was one of our astropreneurs, I think last year during the pandemic. And she just is writing these incredible emails to people. Like, I open every email and read it, and it's like this actionable tip. And I'm like, go girl, you are putting this B School stuff to practice and making me want to read every email that you send. So
that makes me so happy to hear that. And just to underscore, Ophi, what you're saying, it's like, people sometimes mistakenly think other people have it easier because they have a more understandable kind of business, or they're teaching about marketing or business or, money or something like that. And it's like, look, feng shui experts, folks who are astrologers, again, people who have it's nothing to do with making money. It's nothing to do with business. It might be considered a somewhat soft topic, yet when you have a passion and you're able to help people solve problems that are important to them, you're able to inspire them to take the actions that are meaningful to them, people want what you have.
They do.
Right? And it's like when you're able to communicate, like what you were talking about with this incredible entrepreneur who writes emails that you want to open every time, that's how you get to rise in the marketplace. It's not about an algorithm. It's about your personality and your ability to communicate effectively with the people that you want to serve. And we teach you how to do that. Not so you sound like me, or not like you sound like Opie, so that you sound like you. That's the whole thing.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, and that's what we have a lot of now. It's like when I started out, there weren't a lot of astrologers out there. And then the CoStar app came out and totally disrupted my industry a couple of years ago. I'm not going to lie. It was like, whoa, this is a new problem for me. Like everyone can do their chart now. Everyone's an amateur expert. And so I could have gone like, they're putting me out of business. Or I could, you know, I followed what I've learned from you and from my own experience, which is like, there's a million doctors and dentists. So, I mean, sure, we all need our teeth cleaned more than we need our chart read. I don't really believe that, but, but you know, that's what people think for now. And I just posted a little clip yesterday from our 2012 interview, Marie, that when I was on your show almost 10 years ago, and we were talking about like how to be expansive in the 4D universe and manifesting. And it was so cutting edge then. And I'm like, this is almost like basic. This is like pumpkin spice latte spirituality now. But at the time, I remember thinking, is this going to be weird? Screw it. I'm just going to say it. So for those, I saw someone who wrote that they're multi-passionate and that they don't know if their idea can have traction. If we said that 10 years ago, we wouldn't be here now. So I've now pivoted to like, okay, my training program is for other astrologers. They may know astrology, but they don't have 30 years of experience building an astrology brand, monetizing it, diversifying. I have so much to teach when I got out of that competition scarcity head that came up, you know, naturally for a moment. Like, forget about what everyone's doing. Good on them. What do I do? What's my unique thing? And that's what you're going to really also, like, I just want to call out the incredible support that people get from us, from our communities, from you. You're going to be doing live study halls. You have your mentor coaches who are experts too. There is so much freaking support and people you can just ask your questions to. So you want to cut the decision fatigue even more. It's like so right there. So, you know, we want that for you too. We don't want to just be like, look how great we are. Isn't it awesome that we want you to know that that actually can happen. It's not going to just fall in your lap. Yeah, you got to co-create. You got to work with it. You got to work the program. You got to do the lessons. You don't have to be available if you're going on summer vacation. You may miss some of the live stuff. And look, everything is figureoutable, as you say, Marie. If you're on vacation, slip away for an hour and be on a study hall. So what? Go to a coffee shop, put your AirPods in and listen, or listen to the replays. You know, like, it's up to you. If you're going to be a scrappy entrepreneur, you make stuff. You fit your business around your life, not your life around your business, right? So things I've learned. So do we have a minute to maybe bring someone online for a
go
question?
for it. Absolutely.
Okay, and I've pinned a link in the comments for our special partner link. So if you want to do B School and get Astropreneurs, and of course you do because you're here, astrostyle.com/B School. And when you sign up through our unique link, then you get both of our programs. So it's like the most cosmically connected business training in this galaxy. So let me see. We have a question here. Oh no, that's from me testing it. I did that earlier. If you would like to be brought on camera, drop your question first in the comments so we know that you're not like a troll bot who wants to see our boobs. They show up every now and then.
That's extra. You'll have to pay a lot extra for that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. That's a different kind of B school, if you will. That's more like a D school for me, if I'm being honest. So.
Oh my God, that's hilarious. I love it. Yeah. Not on offer.
Yes. Let me see. And someone asked how much B School is. So B School is $2,500 or $239 a month for 12 months. And when you sign up from the link, you get Astropreneurs, which is a $12.99 program, totally free. So with your tuition. So let's see, if anybody is on. Okay, there is a question about if you're already a B schooler, you've purchased it before, shoot us an email at astrotwins@astrostyle.com. If you're one of our former B schoolers, you get both B school and Astropreneurs for life. If you are a registered B schooler who's not an Astropreneur, we have a special offer for you that we can talk about. So, and if you just enrolled this year, we have something special too. You can get into Astropreneurs, so we will take care of you. Yeah, I'm going to see if anyone, this is your last chance, going once, going twice. If you want to come on camera and ask a burning business question, I'll look at your chart a little bit or your sign, and Marie will take it from the online business perspective. Burnt out educators. Well, while we wait for that, let's see. Somebody is wondering about burnt out educators. Well, you know what? You can also, by the way, if you have questions about, you're already registered but not in Astropreneurs, you can also DM Astro Twins. We'll be checking our emails and our DMs to take care of you, because I know special circumstances. If we don't have a question and you guys are shy, that's cool. Let's just talk a little bit about one last question then. So, marketing and spiritual healers, marketing is already a word that people are like, ooh, I don't want to bother people and ask them to buy stuff. But, and I felt that way too. I was like, I'm providing a service to people in a vulnerable time, going into their personal lives. If I ask them to buy something, that's icky. They'll feel like I'm preying on them. That's not what I want. But that wasn't even my intention. And I was keeping them from something that could change their lives by not offering that. So, leading question there, but like, what have you found, like, is the shift, the mindset shift, that someone who's like, I'm here to help people make a difference and I feel uncomfortable selling, what is the number one thing that they can change?
Well, it has to start from within. You do have to change your mindset and understand that you have gifts that only you on this planet can offer, right? So there's only one of you that has ever been or ever will be in this particular setup that you have right now. No one has your story. No one has your perspective. No one has your unique set of gifts to offer. And if you are sharing something with the world that you genuinely believe is of service, can help them solve a problem or bring them joy or pleasure or anything that it is that you're offering, and you don't do everything to market the heck out of it, you are stealing from those who need you most. And I really do mean stealing. You can just think about any time in your life where you've had to challenge yourself, and you've either asked a friend or you've done a Google search online, or someone said, hey, I know somebody who can help you solve that. There is a solution. Let me give you their number. Let me send you their website. And you're like, oh my goodness, this is exactly what I needed. And you're like happy to pull out your wallet to have them guide you or provide their product or service. And you're like, thank heavens you exist. That's who you are for thousands, if not millions of other people. And by you playing small or having all of your attention on yourself or thinking that you're going to be a pest or a bother, that's why I say you literally are stealing from the people that need you most. So it's a big mindset shift, Opie, that has to happen. And I think we in B School do that better than anyone else. I know people often come in the door so understandably scared and skeptical and nervous and fearful about putting themselves out there. And on the other side, they turn into like the incredible entrepreneur you're talking about, where people are begging to open their emails, where folks are lined up. There's a waiting list for their products and services because they've had such an inner shift and understand that what they're doing is not about manipulation or about forcing anything. It's about generosity and empathy and compassion and connecting with people on a very transparent and real level. and providing them with an offer that can be win-win, meaning getting your ideal client where they ultimately want to go, and you have an opportunity to provide a service at such a high level or share your product at such a high level where it's a win for you. So there is no one losing, no one's taking from anyone. It is just an expansion for both. And I think when you really understand that from the inside out, they teach you how to message that, how to communicate that, and how to do that consistently. Man, when the lights go on, the sky is the limit.
Yeah, it's so true. I mean, every time I write an email, I go, what I really think about, the exercise that we did in the very beginning of B School about your ideal customer avatar, where you get into the heart, soul, and mind of the person that whose life is going to be changed by what you're offering. And I will never press send on an email or a post or anything that is an offer to buy, even a free offer, even a free webinar. I will never offer anything to anyone unless I go, is this going to provide value or just be another freaking thing that they get off and go like, what a waste of time that was? Like, totally. Is it going to leave them inspired with a different outlook, seeing something for themselves they didn't before,
Yep.
Or is it going to show them, this isn't for me? Like, I don't want people hanging around and saying, this wasn't for me, but I paid money and I'm resentful. That's bad energy.
Yep.
You don't want that either. And
Yep.
so by learning marketing and how to speak to the people that want and need what you have, graciously kind of disengage from those that don't and wish them well as they go elsewhere, and also nurture people that maybe they don't need it right now, but in 5 years they're going to remember. Like, you have your Marie TV free show every week in your podcast. I send out a weekly email like clockwork, Sunday 6 p.m. Eastern for 10 years. And it's like, some people will come up to me on the street and say, I've been reading you guys for 18 years. And then they've just bought their first book for $25.
Yeah.
That's cool.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And that's how it can be. It's like an opportunity to really do what you were put on earth to do, which is to identify your gifts, to share your gifts, and to do so in a way that is full of aliveness and energy and your unique personality, and allowing you to connect with the people that you're meant to serve. And you're not meant to serve everyone. No one is. I'm not. Ophi's not. No one on this particular IG Live is. There's almost 8 billion people on the planet, which is perfect because we need the diversity of voices. We need the diversity of all the different people doing their thing in the way that they do their thing. And so there is no scarcity, really. But when you get that on a deep level, it really does shift not only your energy, it shifts how you feel, it shifts how you create. Things flow a lot easier. You spend less time in your head and more time in your heart. And actually engaged and connected. So that's why, we get so excited when B School time comes around, because again, I've seen with over 66,000 humans how their lives change when they go through this transformational process. So if it is for you and you feel it in your heart, we would be so honored to have you. And if it's not for you, we love you and we respect you and we want you to win too. So
yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I see a couple specific fun questions. And Marie, if you have to jump up at any point, you just tell me.
I do have to boogie and go. But I want to thank you guys for spending time with us today. This was awesome. And for those of you who B School is right for, I cannot wait. Our coaching starts next week. So I'll be with you pretty much almost every week of the program. Our mentors will be there. And we're so excited to get it going. And Ophi, I love you. Thank you so much for hosting today.
Awesome. Absolutely. And I'm going to stick around for a few more minutes because Jennifer from our team has collected some questions that are specific and astrological. So I'm going to hang out with you guys for a little bit more. And thank you so much, Marie. B School starts August 2nd. Registration closes 7 p.m. Eastern tomorrow, Thursday, July 29th. It will not be offered again until 2022. It's lifetime access, so even if you're going on that summer vacay, you can still sign up and do it at your own pace. Don't miss out. Don't regret. Don't end this year with, why didn't I? I should have. So, Marie, I'll see you on Monday.
I'll see you Monday. Thank you so much. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thank you, Marie. Cool. Love that girl. She is so awesome. And Sages with signs of entrepreneurship. What can I say? So I'm seeing you guys' messages now coming in. Someone asked about the scholarship program, that is over, alas. I apologize. I'm going to be honest. We had our network went down, and so I did not receive the notifications that there was a scholarship program. There is every year. She gets thousands of entries, so you know, it's still totally worth the investment, but there is one every year. So if you're 100% needs-based, you can apply for a B school scholarship, but you know, you have to make a video and a pitch and say why you should get it. But it's, yeah, she does offer that every time. Unfortunately, it is closed for this year. Only Cairo Rodriguez, would this help a shy person with a Cancer midheaven? Without a doubt. You know, the midheaven is your career destiny line. It's this arrow, if you ever look at your chart, at the top of the chart. And it can show what sort of path you would go into. So Marie just actually put out on her podcast and on her YouTube, Marie TV, yesterday, something about shy people, introverts, and empaths as entrepreneurs. And I totally understand, because I was such a shy kid that I didn't even speak loud enough for people to hear me. So getting that confidence is always a work in progress. It comes with practice, but you don't have to be loud and extroverted and crazy to be successful in business. You know, I myself am not on camera very much. Like, most of the times I'm in like an elastic waistband and typing at my computer, and I'm much more comfortable with my writing than my speaking, with connecting with people. So just over the years, out of necessity, I had just made the choice. Either I, you know, get on camera and connect with the people who are more visual or audio, or not. So I would say absolutely has nothing to do with how you build your business. You never have to get on camera to sell a thing. Bellatrix, I see you are a mutable maven, probably a multi-passionate person who does not know where to start. Well, here's what I'm going to say to that. There is the very first sort of pre-course that you get as soon as you sign up for B School is a mini course included with B School by Marie called Start the Right Business. And she takes you through a whole exercise where you know, make a series of decisions or assessments or self-analyses to see what the right business for you is. Because I'm so glad you asked that, really. Because honestly, you don't have time and money to waste. We call our entrepreneurs mystics on a mission. So you're really like, you know, maybe you've saved up some money from your job. Maybe you don't have any money in the bank. Maybe you just like feel like you want to go for it. Well, you know, you have to be experimental, but that doesn't mean that you, are going to want to waste money or put stuff on your credit card or any of that stuff. Like, no. We don't want any of that happening. So sure, there may be a little bit of that, but, you know, you want to really be careful. So between what you learn in Start the Right Business and with our I Am system, it's like you can absolutely cut through a lot of those decisions. Is real estate a good fit for Capricorn with Taurus moon and Pisces rising? It certainly could be. Capricorn and Taurus are both associated with properties. I would say if you have a Pisces rising, maybe doing something with water views or in a beach or waterfront area would be good. That's for flawless. And Skin Brown, I'm so sorry you didn't see the scholarship contest that you asked about. Unfortunately, like I said, my email, we're having problems with our system, and I did not get the notifications about it to share. So I really regret and apologize for that. But you can always apply for one in early 2022. Would this help with confusion? I have a midheaven in Sag and rising Pisces. I have ideas, but nothing solid. Absolutely. Oh my gosh. I mean, this is all about cutting through the confusion and knowing who you are. I'm going to tell about the Astropreneurs curriculum a little bit too. So, Tien, did you want to come on camera and ask your question? because I would love to bring you on if you're still available. Just type in the comments yes or no, because I saw your request. Brittany says that she teach Teachable in her courses. Not per se, but you will learn about creating an online program if that's what you want to do. Marie's platform is its own custom platform that you sign in on. You get great inspiration for your own as well. Trunk Astrology, one of our favorite astro audits. Let's see. I'm just, we have a lot of people and a lot of comments. I just want to make sure. Okay. Graham, can I bring you in? I haven't heard from Tien. Oh yeah. No, I did. Sorry. False alarm. Tien, you're coming on with me. I'm sending you an invitation to join, and you can ask me your business questions. Sorry we didn't get them in time for Marie. Hey. Hi.
Sorry, my big hair. I was like, oh my God, I be on camera.
You look
like,
so
oh God,
cute.
Something in my hair real fast.
Ooh.
How are you?
How are you? You've done B School with us, so perfect. She's not a plant, I swear. I just had to say that because
I did
totally
Astropreneur, and I got a reading with you. And
yes.
I revamped my Instagram based on my Mavenness.
You're
and
amazing.
I just gave my resignation to my full-time job.
You did?
I did.
A year later.
I did yesterday because the business is expanded so much that I could not hold both.
I'm like, tell us about this. I want to hear, because a year ago when you did B School, or like a year and a half ago, you had your full-time job. You're an incredible artist.
I've been working in entertainment as photo publicist for over 15 years. It was the career that I love. I went to college, studied photography, and I'm like, how can I make money doing art? So I was like, you know what? I'm going to become a photo editor and be a damn good one at it. So I did that for 15 years, and it's just gradually since 2012, it just have become kind of less and less exciting. I mean, so I did everything I wanted to do. I went to the red carpet. I did all the glamorous thing. And then,
that's how we met you. You were shooting an event. And you're like, oh my God, I know you guys.
Yeah, that's how we met.
Yeah.
So that was what I do. I did photo on site at, all these wonderful events. And that's how we get to meet. It was a beautiful serendipity.
Yeah.
And then, so I started building my business on the side as an Akashic record reader. So I do reading on the weekends, live my corporate life on the weekday.
And just so you guys know, Akashic Records, that is a past life reading. So incredible. So you were doing your photo,
by day,
job by day, and Akashic record readings by weekend.
Weekend.
About how many did you do on a weekend? Like by the time
I only do 3, so I can have some time to sleep and eat and see people and pet my cats.
Totally.
So I did that, and then when Jupiter moved into Pisces, I had this powerful opportunity to be on Shamanduric podcast.
No way! That's so awesome. Of course.
So that blew up and booked out until December.
Oh my God! So you're booked until December. Wow.
Your hard work meet opportunity.
Oh
now
my God! Meets the astrological timing. So Jupiter is the planet of
alignment,
luck and expansion. Tien's a Pisces, and from May 13th. Until today, Jupiter was in Pisces, and now it's back. So you use this 11-week period to put yourself out. That's something I love teaching people too in our Astropreneurs program.
So and you're so good at it.
It's
like, okay, look at this, and I love reading about all your tips and tricks on your Instagram. I follow it. Like, okay, today gonna be the day I give my notice when Mercury moved into Leo.
Okay.
So, I do add a little thing. So my question is, now that I took my brave self into stepping into my power and doing this full time, and you have been doing this work for so long, what would be the kind of practical advice as well as maybe inspirational advice that you may have for me?
Absolutely.
stepping into this?
Well, first of all, I feel like we're having a party to celebrate a rite of passage that happened, a year and a half after you committed to your dream and signed up for B School and Astropreneurs with us. And I want to just flag that because that happens to people. You get sometimes amazing things right away, or you get the inspiration, but it's all like over time, it just starts to unfold more and more organically.
For sure.
And this is also an example of what you'll get when you're an astropreneur, because we do live sessions and people will be able to come on and ask these types of questions when we do our lives with you guys. So, I can say that, all right, Jupiter, the planet of growth and luck, blessed you for almost 2 months. And today it's going back into Aquarius. So for you as a Pisces, that's your 12th house. That's the realm of spirituality, psychicness, past lives. So that's totally the area. It's like now you've carved, and it's there until December 28th. Then it's gone for about 12 more years. It only comes around every 12 years. So divine time for you to really just giving yourself that space to go into this non-linear time realm and just be in your practice, let your gifts emerge more. The 12th house is also the house of transitions. So you're going to be transitioning out of the photography, although it does rule photography too. I have a feeling photography may come in some, like maybe you'll be doing some sort of Akashic record portrait.
You are definitely right.
Okay.
Right. You're an astrologer and you're psychic also. I know that about
well,
you.
I've become more
I'm going to
psychic.
do like Akashic portraits, where I do like a custom photo portraits for people based on the Akashic records. So like a portrait of a portals in the world that I want to travel to.
I want one. I mean, how freaking cool is that? And let's, just for illustration purposes here, I bet that came to you through the process that you put yourself through. Like you didn't just wake up and go, I'm going to have an Akashic portraits business. You probably thought about get me the hell away from photography. I don't want to see a digital SLR camera ever again. To why am I throwing out the baby with the bathwater, right?
Exactly. I think it's important in life to never see life as a mistake. To see life as an evolution. Everything that you've gone through in life, ever how difficult or whatever it is get you here. It's a beautiful evolution, because I feel that if people look in our life and see that as a mistake, we perpetually always feel that I'm not good enough, or I'm not perfect enough. And wow, in reality, you are right on time.
What a wise soul you are. I would take a reading from you any day. It's so true, though. And I mean, that's true about your Akashic records and your astrology chart, which you've become quite a great astrologer too, I know. They tell you what you were and what you did, how you screwed up and how you were great. And, nobody's perfect, and no soul either, right?
Exactly. And when you're talking about past life, it's not, to me, past life is not about you did something wrong and now in this life you have to suffer. It's really about you coming to bring harmony to that karmic memory. Let's say in your past life you were a witch. A lot of people here probably are.
Exactly. It's probably.
Yeah, and we probably were at once, got drowned, got strangled, or,
Yeah.
But and sometimes we come into this life and we have that, I call it like psychic PTSD, where we're afraid to step into our own power, because you think that, if I step into my power, some horrible shit gonna happen to me. But it's also come to the life to be aware of it and be like, you know what? I no longer live in the witch hunt town. Now I choose this life so I can relive it in my full power. And it was so beautiful about it. Just kind of.
That is so cool. Yeah. I love how you put that. And that's what it's about, right?
Yeah.
The distinction, the tweak, the awareness. So when you get an Akashic record reading, or you do your chart, or you learn these tools to be school. Yeah, you learn them in this loving way, and then the lights go on and you go, oh yeah. Psychic PTSD is going to be my new favorite phrase. I love it.
I love it. And then I asked Akashic record once in my own Akashic record. It was like, what is astrology? What is natal chart? They said it's a snapshot of the blueprints and the journey of your soul.
Ooh, well, that's what it is. That's how I
It
describe it.
is.
So, oh my God. Are you going to be joining us in the B School Astropreneurs group too? As a
Yeah,
returning
I
student?
will join you again.
Good.
I will finish the B school portion and then join you guys again just for
Okay,
fun.
good. Because,
It's so much
it's
fun.
open to all our B schoolers. If you want to hop in, what we did this year, and you know what, I'm gonna let you go off camera and finish it up for the last 4 minutes. But thank you so much, because
Yes,
you are
yeah.
such a source of pride and joy for us. And like, these are the kind of people that come into B School and our Astropreneurs group. So getting to hang out with, it's like, I would
I
pay
know.
money myself to hang out with people like this. So
Yeah, and
and
to
it's
meet
like-
Tali and Ophie, it was like I have seen so many celebrity, but with you guys, I was such a fangirl. I was like, oh my God, I have been reading that column since like in my 20s. I was so excited too.
Oh yes, thank you. Well, this is so perfect that you came on,
Okay,
and I'll
thank
see you in B
you.
School.
Yeah, I'll
gonna
see you
answer those-
soon.
See you soon. Thank you. I'm getting a reading from you. I am. So
Okay, let me try a way to exit this.
yeah, I'll do it for you. I
Okay,
think.
thank you so much.
Well, let's see. I think it works. Otherwise, you're just gonna hang out with me on here.
Okay, maybe I can exit and come back too.
Yeah, exit and come back. Perfect. Bye. So someone was asking about Jupiter and Pisces, what it means for all the signs. Go to astrostyle.com. It's in today's horoscope. It's in the weekly horoscope. It's in the monthly horoscope. A full description for every sign about what it means. But Jupiter is now in Aquarius for 4 more months, starting today. Aquarius is a sign of technology, the future, impact, progressive businesses, bringing people together, making a difference. And Jupiter is the planet of entrepreneurship, risk-taking, and growth. So 4 months, the next 4 months are like a once every 12 years opportunity to really find what your vision is, elevate it out. Jupiter's the global planet. I know we're separated. I know there's the Delta variant and a lot of scary things going on, but that should not stop you from, no matter what, if you have a business, you're going to have to grow. I've been in the publishing industry for 30 years. There was no internet. I had a business for 10 years before the word swipe or tablet ever showed up. I was on a little push button phone. You adapt. When you're in it, you adapt. Beautiful serendipities show up. Let's see. I just want to, yes, Jess. Hi, the Lionsgate portal too. Let's see. Someone says, what does it mean when Uranus squares your natal Saturn? It means to break out of confines and shake things up. What's better than astrologers? Hot astrologers. Even if you're a troll, I'm going to take it. Thanks. And for the person who asked if Marie and I were single, of course not. Are you kidding? Entrepreneurs are sexy because you know what? We make our businesses and our money work first. And then the relationship part works itself out. Never put love before money, but never put money before love either. You can chew on that riddle because Jupiter's in Aquarius. Let's see. Okay, I'm an Aquarius and I'm a jerk who's getting hidden. Okay. Sorry. Looking for some real questions here. Yeah, Tien is awesome. I guess I'll just say, okay, last minute, astrostyle.com/bschool if you want to join us, take a program tour, explore the options. If you are on the fence and have a question, DM us, write astrotwins@astrostyle.com. Team Astro Twins, that's Jennifer from our team who is available to help you with anything. What else can I say? And you're going to get lives with us, the full Astropreneurs training, I am lessons, and a private member portal. You're going to get to build your own profile so that you can tell us about yourself, share your website, share your work, do some networking with the amazing people that join us. So it's a community, it's a curriculum, it is a game changer, and we'd love to have you 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern tomorrow The door is closed, so you got a little bit over 24 hours to decide and explore. Hit us up with all your questions about B School, and we would love, love, love to help bring whatever your business idea is, healer, astrologer, dentist, lawyer, doesn't matter. We want to help you bring your soul-centered business to life. So yes, there are live calls with us. I'm going to be sending out a video with a program tour either later today or tomorrow morning to our email list, so you can see what you get in the Astropreneurs program as well. So I'm going to go through the syllabus and curriculum. I may go live again tomorrow for even deeper questions. But yes, we have lives. We have astro audits of people's businesses, teach you how to audit your business according to your chart. Watch for that email. If you're not on our list, DM us. We'll get you on there. And yeah, we'll answer every question you have. Thank you guys so much for being on. All the other questions, astrostyle.com/bschool. We would love to see you there. Happy Jupiter and Aquarius. Let's go change the future, because that's what it's all about. Bye, guys.